Hello, 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 my friends. Caitlin here, and what's happening at Busch Gardens Williamsburg this spring? This is an exciting year at Busch Gardens and Water Country USA because not one, but two new rides are opening. And they're super different than anything that's currently available at the parks. Last Thursday, I got to take a sneak peek hard hat tour of the sites and hear all about what's happening. Here's me and my friend Joey and our adorable blue hard hats out on the job site, working hard, building those rides for you. Yeah, okay, we had nothing to do with the building or designing of the rides, but we did get to talk to some of the people who did. First up was Cutback water coaster at Water Country USA, which I have to admit I am the most excited for because I am a total water park girl. I can't really ride roller coasters or theme park rides anymore because they make me motion sick so easily, but most water slides do not make me sick, so heck yes. As you can see here, the ride's still under construction, but it looks like a lot of the two pieces are in place, so we're moving along. And we got to walk underneath and see up close the water propulsion system, which is definitely something new for Water Country. So with a water coaster, you're not just using the force of gravity to move the raft through a ride, you've also got water propelling you forward, which means you can also go back up like you would a roller coaster. That's super cool.
As you look at all these elements, I'm sure you're wondering, what's it gonna be like? As you sit atop that platform and you prepare for your first trip down Cutback, you're wondering, what is a water coaster? I've never experienced something like this. So you've got G-forces, you've got centrifugal forces, you've got speed. You have so much going on in the slide.
We're just finishing up the piping and the electrical, and we're going to be testing it probably early April, so we're really excited to be showing this to you guys.
As you sit there, know with anticipation, it's going to be a great ride, and I assure you that when people come off at the bottom, it's going to be a let's do that again.
Next up, we skedaddled over to Busch Gardens, where they're hard at work building Finnegan's Flyer in Ireland, which is a screaming swing ride. I feel like this is where I have to tell you that I am so honored that Busch Gardens decided to name their ride after my cat. Like, I knew he was popular, but I didn't realize how widely loved he is. Yeah, I am basically never gonna be able to ride this without making that joke to someone. I think it's gonna be a really nice addition to the park because it's still a thrill seeker ride, even though it's not a roller coaster, which take up a lot of real estate space and resources. Plus, it's like one of those gateway rides where you have someone who's afraid of roller coasters or thinks they're afraid of roller coasters, and you have them try this, and the next thing you know, they're hooked. As per Elizabeth Ringus of the American Coaster Enthusiast, this is apparently the ride for you if you are into negative G's, which is super exciting because that's one of the reasons I love Apollo's Chariot, because I love that feeling of flying. While also being safely harnessed into a ride so you're not just perilously plummeting towards the earth. But I only know so much, so let me let the professionals tell you more about it.
Remember that moment when you're a kid and you're swinging and it reaches the peak? And you have that moment when you come off the swing as it starts to drop backwards. That's what this ride is all about.
It runs on compressed air. We have these two giant compressors that push air into some air tanks, which are actually underneath the deck. And then from there, the air is thrust into the pistons inside these tower legs, and that is what propels the swings back and forth.
Well, I'm really excited about these new rides, and I'm super grateful that I got to check them out early for you guys. Plus, it was like the first real spring day. It was warm and the flowers were blooming, and just, gosh, guys, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel of winter. Hallelujah! I'll definitely be back to show you these rides in action when they open, so fingers crossed for good weather and smooth construction. Tell me down in the comments which one you'd like to see me ride most. I'm obviously gonna vote for Cutback. Plus, remember that you can check me out on these other social media sites, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know the moment there's a new video. And I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye!